Hello, my panda pals, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we are talking what happened on 90 Day Fiancé, Season 11, Episode 5. I will most likely not be able to cover all of the couples this week because your girl is hella busy, but if I magically find time at the end of the week, you will definitely be getting a part 2. With that said, be sure to click that subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, and let me know in the comments what you think about this one, okay? Okay. Let's check in with Juan and Jessica. Last episode, Juan admitted to Megan that he did indeed cheat on Jessica.
Did you sleep with that girl?
I did.
And today, we are gonna get to see Megan cry as if she is the one who got cheated on.
It's taken a year for you to admit this to me, Juan, when I confronted you in Colombia a year ago.
My bad.
Yeah.
Am I the only one who thinks it is super weird that Megan is sobbing right now? Juan is like, I just told Megan the truth because I really wanted her to shut the fuck up, and then she started crying like she's my fiancé.
I mean, she's not my fiancé, I don't know. Asking about everything, just what she wants my phone to.
Jess has zero reaction to Juan's confession, and that is because she already knew about the cheating.
You're my best friend, Jess. I love you more than anything in my life.
This is why I protect you.
I think it's weird that Jess did not tell Megan because they had a full-on conversation before Juan got there where Megan was like, ooh, girly, I'm gonna grill his ass to make him admit that he cheated on you. And Jess is like, yeah, but like, she already knew he had cheated.
I can forgive him for failing while we're at a distance. So I will not forgive him if he fails if we are together.
Jess goes on to defend Juan's cheating, saying that the two of them were feeling lonely at the time and were both tempted to cheat on each other. And Megan is like, yeah, but girly, the difference is that he actually cheated.
I was not in my best place either. Like
You
I found
never
myself.
crossed that line. I mean, he was your ex-boyfriend.
What?
Juan is like, hold up a minute. I knew she was talking to another guy, but I did not know it was her ex.
I told you when we were talking about this like a forever ago. You maybe just were didn't.
This just completely changed the whole story.
It really changes nothing, okay? You still slept with another woman, and she still didn't sleep with another man. Try again. The pair leave the bar, and Juan is pissed that everyone has been giving him the third degree about his infidelity when Jessica is over there keeping secrets from him.
I mean, I think it's pretty unfair that you guys come at me all the time, like the bad guy chasing me down. What happened? What happened?
That is because you stuck your literal wiener into another person and then lied about it. And then Juan is like, well, maybe my ex-girlfriend will come to my house and all we'll do is watch TV and hang out. How would you feel about that, huh?
Should I have communicated to you that maybe someone was over? Yeah, but should you have communicated to me that you hooked up with the girl? Definitely.
I mean, they both suck, but Juan definitely sucks more. I mean, he actually sucks more than more because he's trying to use this as a way to make it look like what he did wasn't that bad. He's even like, I did tell you about the cheating, and Jess is like, yeah, that doesn't really count if you told me the truth after you got caught. Okay, you moron.
Juan's kind of being a hypocrite. He's trying to make it seem like it's the same situation, but it's not.
Juan starts to pout, and he's like, you just don't know how I feel because I gave up my kick-ass life on a cruise ship to be with you here in bumblefuck nowhere, and now I have to learn that you hung out with your ex that one time and you told me about it and nothing happened?
I didn't expect that Jessica will lie to me. Clearly, there's a lot of issues we need to work on.
Let's check in with Mark and Mina. The two fly off to North Carolina so that Mina can hang out with Mark's family.
This is a great opportunity for Mina to maybe kind of try to find some common ground here and bond a little bit.
They land, they get into their car, and then they look at each other and they're like, why do I feel like we're missing something?
I thought you were getting Maria. You left the baby. Didn't even notice.
Yeah, they almost forgot their whole fucking baby.
Great parent.
Yeah. At least we didn't drive off.
Mark is like, you excited to see my whole family? You mean the family that she kept waiting for 3 hours at Maria's baptism? The family she couldn't even be bothered to see for dinner on their last night in Paris? I'ma say a hard no.
Excited to see everybody. You haven't seen them since Paris.
Bro, that is the stankiest stank face. Mina is like, I do not want to see that little snake's face. And Mark is like, I shouldn't have told Jordan about you wanting another baby. I shouldn't have told you that Jordan thinks that you are using me for my money. And I shouldn't have told Jordan about you calling her a snake in the jacuzzi.
Why you talk the conversation with you and me and jacuzzi with Jordan? Why?
Mina is pissed that Mark keeps bringing their personal affairs up to his family, and she's like, I am marrying you, not your daughter.
My engagement with you, the family's operate.
Oh, but she is my daughter.
She sleep with you and me too?
Mina tells us that Mark keeps trying to strengthen their bond, but all he is doing is making things so much worse. Mark is like, damn, I really need to shut my whole fucking mouth. And Mina agrees.
I'm gonna shut my mouth. Stop.
Yeah, it's better.
They get to their hotel, and Mark is trying to make Mina happy by showing her all of the pretty birdies and all of the pretty trees. But Mina is filled with absolute fire, and she's looking for ways to piss Jordan off.
Comme Jordan, il est fâché, j'ai donné une bonne raison, je vais m'habiller très sexy.
Mark is like, honey, Jordan is not gonna be mad if you dress sexy, okay? She's probably gonna be mad if you're late again. And what do you know? They're late!
Serious, I don't want to be late again for Jordan.
It's not my fault.
Of course, she's late.
Jordan is like, oh, look, your new baby, my new sister, who is 35 years younger than me.
Definitely wasn't expecting to have another sibling.
Jordan, right off the bat, is like, well, isn't this hella awkward? And then she tells her dad that he's absolutely ruined their family dynamic by bringing Mina into the mix and having a baby with her.
I feel like this is like your new family now.
I do have another daughter now.
You don't have to forget about the other kids just because you have another.
I don't really think it's fair that Jordan is like, you are forgetting all about me, when all of Mark's decisions have been heavily centered around her and her comfort. Also, please do not take this out on Maria, okay? She did not ask to be here. Jordan goes on to say that her dad would definitely not be having a baby if he was with someone his own age.
I hope he don't think it's my fault.
Kind of. My dad wouldn't have a baby if he was with someone who is his own age.
Okay, I already knew this, but I feel like I'm just now digesting it. Jordan and Mina are the same age. Wow! Mina pulls Jordan aside for a little one-on-one to explain to her that they are not friends and she needs to butt out. She's like, Mark told me that you were pretty pissy because I took way too long to get ready in Paris, and then you cried to daddy about it instead of talking to me about it like an adult. And Jordan is like, yeah, why would I talk to a person I have zero relationship with?
When we were in Paris, we didn't really talk to each other or get to know each other or anything when we were there.
And then she tells Mina that when they were all in Paris, it felt like Mina had no desire to build a relationship with Mark's family.
We flew all the way to be there for you guys. It just would have been nice to feel a bit more welcomed and wanted there.
Mina somehow blames Mark for this, and Jordan is like, no, do not blame my dad, okay? You are trying to be his wife. You should be making an effort to get to know us.
You were like 4 hours late. You never apologized to any of us. You were getting your hair and your makeup done while everyone else was at the party with your baby.
Mina is like, you clearly don't understand me or my life, okay? Being late because I had to get glammed up is completely normal.
Do you want to have more kids?
Yes, I'm young.
Maybe I want to have kids in 2 years. What, they're going to be the same age? It's just, that's so weird.
Then Jordan tells her that she 1000% does not support them having more kids, and she thinks that Mina is just with her dad for a green card and his money.
I think you're a snake. I think now you don't come into my wedding.
So you don't want me to come to my dad's wedding?
Yes.
Let's check in with Stevi and Mahdi. The pair are on their way to meet Stevi's dad, and Mahdi is mega nervous.
Are you nervous?
So,
Stevie's like, I really hope they become best friends, despite me doing absolutely nothing to try and set their relationship up for success.
I waited till the last minute to tell my dad. Sorry.
okay.
They arrive, and Stevie's dad is being a protective papa bear, and he's like, well, that man better be nervous to meet me. And Mahdi is like, oh my god, am I gonna die here tonight?
Her family members are huddled around the fire and there are like murder weapons all around them, like axes, saws.
So Mahdi meets her dad, Perry, her brother, Anthony, and her dad's girlfriend, Wendy. They all sit around the fire, it's awkward as hell, and a black cat fortuitously runs behind them.
Do you know what it means when a black cat like walks out in front of you?
Mm-mm.
It's bad luck.
Maybe we don't tell him that part? Thankfully, Anthony nuts up and breaks the ice, and he asks Mahdi how he's been liking America so far. And Mahdi is like, whoa, it has been a culture shock because everything here is so different. And Perry immediately brings up Iran-US relations, and he's like, you know that our countries hate each other, right? And Mahdi is like, yes, I have watched many American flags lit on fire.
When you turn on the news, like there's always ringing, chanting like death to America.
Yeah. You didn't do that, huh?
Never, never.
Then Perry is like, your country is pretty shitty towards women, right? How am I supposed to believe that you, a person who was raised in a country where women are treated like property, will not treat Stevi like she is property?
You would just have to rule over her, and she has to ask you every time she starts to leave.
Mahdi is like, no, absolutely not. And then he goes on to say that while his family are law-abiding citizens in Iran, he doesn't agree with a lot of the things that he was taught growing up.
Women are not properties.
Yeah, well, good.
They all head inside for dinner, and Perry asks Mahdi if he is okay with having such a hasty marriage because it would mean that he gets to live in America and be free.
The only one that can prove that I'm not that kind of a person and I'm not here for that only is Stevi.
And I don't think Stevi quite understood the assignment because she doesn't say anything. But her brother Anthony comes in to save the day again, and he's like, so do you two love each other? And Mahdi is like, absolutely. I have never loved anyone the way that I love Stevi.
I'm not sure if I'm ready to say tonight that I'll get my blessing, but he seems to be a nice, genuine guy.
And that, my Panda Pals, is all I have for you today. So far in my book, Juan sucks, I still don't like Mina, and Perry was not as crappy as I thought he was going to be, which I'm so pleasantly surprised by because I thought that man was gonna lean very heavily into his prejudices, and he didn't. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this one. If you are not subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead, click that subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, and let me know down in the comments below what you thought. I hope to see you for the next one, and as always, thanks for not letting me ride this train wreck alone. Bye!